Hello everyone, my name's Ben and I'm here with you today to show you a Java plugin tutorial. So, first of all, you're going to have to download Java JDK. This is like beginners. I don't really expect you to have any knowledge of Java, so I'm going to teach you all the way through this simple Bukkit plugin tutorial. So first of all, type in Java JDK and it'll take you to this oracle.com place. So you just click on there. Now, you want to just scroll down and press download the JDK, and then not the JRE, the JDK, and Windows 64 I've got, so I click on that. If you've got a 32, you click on this one here. Okay, then you want to go to eclipse.net, or is it .net? I don't know. I think it's .net. Let's try. No, oh, it's all very eclipse.com, eclipse.org. Oh, that's not how you spell Eclipse. Oh my. Okay, yes, eclipse.org. Okay, go to eclipse.org and then press downloads. Go to this one, this for Java developers, which has 3 million downloads, and just press the download Windows 64-bit, which I would do, or 32-bit, which is the other one. So then, once you open it up, you'll come to a screen and you can select a workspace, and you can make that wherever you want, really. So just then you go into the workbench. Press go to workbench, and it'll bring you to this page here. Don't worry about these. These are all my other plugins that I've made. So what you want to do is you want to go to File, New, File, New, Java project, and I'm just gonna call this YouTube. Okay, so what that's doing is just setting up a little project for us that we can work with. Then maybe if you've got a little class button up there which creates a... Oh, wait, no. Oh, sorry, no. Press New, File, New, Package. Now, you're going to call this me.yourname. So, I just do bench 3 because that's my in-game name and that's original for me. And that's what you need to do, really, because else if someone has a plugin with the same, like, say it's me.ben.something, then it won't work because it don't know where to go. We'll get onto that later. So me.bench3.youtube, but you put your name here. Okay? Then press finish. Now, you press the new Java class button up there, or you go File, New, Class. Now we're going to call this YouTube. Okay, so we get this package me.bench3.youtube. Now, because it doesn't know anything about the Bukkit, Bukkit has implemented methods in it, which means that it can do things which it is already defined, so it makes our life easier. So, to make it so that we can grab those methods, what we do is we go to bukkit.org and you find the recommended builds and stuff. So it's all very at the moment with 1.1 coming out, and so oh wait a second. Alright, it's out. Anyway, okay, right, so we go and download things like that. So once you've downloaded the snapshot.jar, you come back into here and you right click on your YouTube package, right click on it, press properties, Java build path, add external jars, and go to wherever you saved it and just double click on it. Then press OK. Now what it's going to bring up is this referenced libraries, which is going to have all of like these libraries in it which we can use to know, so that Eclipse knows what we're talking about. So because this is a Java plugin, it needs to extends Java plugin. Okay. Now, again with Bukkit, because Java's picky and it only likes to use things that you've told it to use, you've got to import things. If you hover over Java plugin and then press import Java plugin. Now, don't worry about the error here because we're going to sort that in a minute. So what this means is, this is the package we're in. This is a public class, YouTube, which is the name of the class, and that extends Java plugin. So that plugin is Java plug. It's a Java plugin for Bukkit. So now what we're gonna have to do is type public. Okay, if you just follow me here, public static YouTube plugin. Now what that means is that instead of typing YouTube every time, you can just type plugin. So it's just a bit easier. Okay, so now we want to do public. Oh wait, no, actually, to make this a little bit easier, up here you see it's got a red line. Now, when in Eclipse, sometimes it gives you things which help you fix up your errors. So if you add in unimplemented methods, what it does, it adds in these two little ondisables and unenables. Now, remove these little green bits, right? This here means that it's an annotation, so the code won't read it. Also, where it says public class YouTube extends Java plugin, the squiggly bracket after that and the squiggly bracket right at the end, everything has to be written inside of them, else the code will not be read. So say I typed like ben.ben.ben, that would not be read if that was actually a method in the code. So, what this on enable, and and we've got to do something up here as well. We want to do public final logger equals logger dot get logger, and then in here we type in Minecraft. There we go. And is it not final? Is it just public or static? I'll be right back. Okay, so what I did wrong was I put logger as in like this then just put another logger after it. So it's public and not static. It is final. I was right. Public final logger. So what it means is that's logger. We can't just use logger there. We have to make another variable for it. So they're just going to do logger but with the lowercase. And that is logger dot get logger Minecraft. And what logger does is it prints out in the opening bit. You know when you open it and it comes up with like this has been enabled, loading terrain. It just posts in there. So we can import logger like I showed you how to earlier. Now, public void undisable. What we're going to want to do in here is type plugin description file PDF file. So what's that doing is plugin description file, which you have to import so you know it's a method, is the file which is plugin.yml here. If you just look there, that is a file which is shows everything, what the version is, what the name of the plugin is, so we don't have to do it all manually in code. Just if we want to update it quickly, so we like change a few things, we could just quickly change it in the plugin.yml, which I'll show you how to do later. So plugin description file PDF file equals this, which is referring to this body of text. This refers to this body of text here, this class dot get description, and then put a semicolon at the end. Also, Java, you always put a semicolon at the end, always, like mostly every line. These squiggly bracket things, they just show what's inside this method here. So, PDF file. Oh wait, no. Logger. No. Alright, what we're doing now is we are going to print out onto the console what we want it to show. So we do this dot logger, which what we declared up here, which prints out onto the thing, dot info. Now what that does is when you print out, sometimes it says info, this has been enabled. So that is that. You can do stuff like when it says like severe, it does stuff like that, but we're just gonna do info, and then you put two speech marks, and that says that it's not a variable. So if we said like something equaled something up here, we could just put the name. We didn't have to put it in speech marks. So we're gonna do outside the speech marks. Actually, we want to do PDF file, which what we declared up here, which is getting it from the plugin YML dot get name. So that's grabbing the name. Now we want to add something else into this body of text. So you can't just put like lines. You've got to put a plus sign. So plus space, because that was just going to be one big line of code, has been disabled. And I'll just put an exclamation mark, so that things look tidy. So, we're just going to copy this up here, and paste it right back down here. Now this time, we want to make it so it's been enabled, and what other things we can do is, after this plus sign, we can put PDF file, grabbing it from the plugin.yml, dot get version. So what's that doing? That's getting the version and displaying it. So what this will say is it'll say YouTube 1.1 or 1.0 has been enabled. So we want it to say version. So how to do that is after this plus sign, we put 2 more speech marks, and after the speech marks, we put a plus sign. So, and then we put a space, version, space. So it's going to do a PDF file, space version, so there's not a big gap, like a big no gap, space 1.0, space has been enabled. And up here it's just saying YouTube space has been disabled. The reason it's this way around is just because I don't know why, that's just how it does it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get onto commands. So also it might be easier for me to turn on line numbers. You just right click in this space here and press show line numbers. So I will be right back. Alright, so fruit pastels are always good for you. Yeah, who said they weren't? So now to make the what's it called, command, what you do is public, right? This public, I forgot to mention this. This means that only this class, every single class that every single class that you make is can use this method. Say I made it private, that means only this class could do it. But we're not using any other classes to refer to it, so but public is just the basic ones. Public boolean. Now a boolean is something that returns true or false. So say boolean Ben is awesome. Awesome. Yeah, it's gotta be spelled like that, else it won't be right, you know. Yeah. Equals true. So yeah. So boolean. Public boolean on command. So that could be anything, but that is the basic thing. So it's on the command. Okay, now in these parentheses, what we have to put is specific lines of code to make sure that it knows you are definitely doing a command. So you do command label, no, command sender. Now that's the first one is the actual bit. The second one is just the reference for it. So command sender, command cmd, string, command label, and then string args, but the string has to have the 2 square brackets. So then you do the opening squiggly bracket, press enter. Okay, so now you just got to import some things here. So import command sender and import command. Always import from org.bukkit.something or org.bukkit, because else if you just import from the normal Minecraft server it won't work. So now you see there's a big red line. That's because we're not returning anything. Now what we could do is just return false here, but that's very awkward to work around, I think. So I think you just start here. So now what we do is an if statement. Now what if statements are is, well, it's very self-explanatory. If so here's another example. My Ben is awesome thing. Ben boolean Ben is awesome equals true. It's like if, and then in the parentheses you put Ben is awesome is equal. Now the equal is very important, because if you just put one equal, it thinks that you're making it something. So you've got to put 2 equals to refer that it's not. Remember that, because I've made hundreds of mistakes like that, and I just delete my plugin and I'm like, oh no, I did this wrong. Equals true. then do what it says inside the squiggly bracket. But we're not doing the Ben is awesome thing. So if command label, which is what we wrote up here. Now command label is what the player types after the command sign. Dot equals ignore case. So it's not worrying about what case it is. Then in speech marks you put so we're gonna do for this one send me. So this is going to be a very, very simple plugin, which you're going to send them a message every time they put this command. So what we're doing here is down here, because we have not referenced who the player is yet. So if we were to put player now, it would not know what the player was. So we've got to do player equals, and in brackets we're going to put player again, because we're referencing the player, and then after that we just put sender. Now sender is the sender of the command, so that makes things lots easier, and we can do much more with that. And then just import player. We're going to do player, who is the sender. Now here you can see hundreds of things you can do. Allow flight, get address equals address, not as in like actual address, like IP address. Get bed spawn location. You can teleport them to their bed spawn location. My next tutorial I'm going to be doing is about teleporting, so that'll be a good one. Get killer, so someone who's killed them, just get them. Get item in hand, get food level. But what we want is player.send message. Now we want to send them the message sent, because it's asking to send. So another cool thing you can do is before you put the speech marks, you can change the chat color. So chat color, spelled the American way, dot. Now you've got all these colors. I'm just gonna pick gold. It's all in capitals, by the way, gold. Now you gotta do the plus sign. Remember, equals sent. Now you gotta import chat color, because chat color's not a thing in comparison to that. Okay, so that is this done, apart from the plugin.yml, which I will do in a second after I get another fruit pastel, because once you've got the taste of fruit pastels, you can't get them out of your mouth, can you? So add return statement. That's just simple enough, or you can do it manually, but that's just an easier way. So I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm not gonna pause it this time. I'm just gonna eat it. I'm just gonna eat the fruit pastel. Okay, so click on the package, not anything else, the package, and then in the white space next to your package, the project, sorry, and then in the white space next to your package, and like in between the .java class, right click and do new file. Now write plugin.yml. It's very important you do that, and then it opens up in like whatever world it is you are. It's got to be like underneath everything as well. So that's. I'm just going to quickly copy this because I need to. But I will post this maybe in the description, because you won't know how to do it otherwise. And I'm not very good at writing it out. It takes me a while to write it out, because I get it wrong and I have to redo it. So name. It's going to be the name of your file. So we're going to call this YouTube. Now the main class, we only have one class, so the main class has to be the YouTube.java one. So to get to that, you put me dot your name, and then whatever you called it. It's version 1.0, sorry. Description, YouTube, plugin. So if you've ever been on Essentials, where it says the info about it, that's where it gets the info. So, and then commands, this is where you need to be very, very careful. So, send me, which is what I think it is. Yep. Send me, so it now knows that is a command. Otherwise, it would not know that that was a command. And the description of it, this is how it knows the, like when you do Essentials again, this is how it knows the info about the command. So send me sends the player message. Okay, let's save this. Now this is another important thing that you have to do because it won't work. Right click on it and press refresh. And then what I like to do just to be safe is just refresh the entire project. So now to export this, you click on the package because I have trouble when it's not clicked on the package. File, export. We're going to save it as jar file, so that's in Java. And click on jar file, not runnable jar file, just jar file. And then I'm going to make sure YouTube is selected and all of that, especially the plugin.yml and the class path and project, else it wouldn't be anything. And then save it into your plugins folder as whatever you called it. So YouTube.jar. Make sure it's got that .jar in the end as well. Okay, so we're just going to press finish. And let's find my server. Bukkit server. And then just press the starter. Okay, it should be loading, but it's loading something. It hasn't loaded for a while. Here we go. Oh, is it not there? Is it really not there? I know why. People, it's okay. It's okay. Let's stop. Let's stop this server. You see, I put me.bench3.youtube, and the first YouTube has a lowercase on it. Now, what I did is I put a high case, because you should always be careful about your lower cases and your higher cases, people, because else it's all very confusing with Java, because Java's a horrible, horrible language. But it's the easiest one. Well, it's not. C++ is pretty easy. Well, when I say that, I mean from the whole tiny amount of knowledge I know. Okay, here we go. YouTube, loading YouTube version 1. YouTube version 1.0 has been enabled. Good. Good. So let's open this up. Let's just press the good old F11 button that lots of people don't know about. It's got multiplayer. My server, modded server. Okay, now what map is this? Alright, so now if I do /send me, it says sent. So this could be useful for other things, which I will show you in the second part of this tutorial. Oh, this is quite a cool seed. I just want to show you. Should go visit Donkey Punch's channel, 1996, I think. Donkey Punch in 1996. Go visit him, and he made this into something like this. We were just messing around on it. But anyway, so I'm glad that worked, because I don't have to do it again now. This texture pack's faithful craft, by the way. So yeah, in the second part, I'm going to be showing you how to do some other stuff, like make it do other things, like set people's health, and then it can set other people in the game's health. So yeah, thank you for watching, and goodbye.